Hello there, and welcome to my 16th 3D tutorial. And in this tutorial you will learn how to do this. It is GM Physics 3D Physics 2, and what it is, as you can see, is not only jumping on blocks. I'll demonstrate. See, I can jump on one block, and I can also land on other ones too. Something that I've gotten asked about quite a few times, and also a ramp here, 2 ramps actually, and to demonstrate what they can fully do, I've made it so that the angle keeps changing and he remains at the right height, which I actually had to use a lot of math to do. So as you can see here, the ramp keeps changing up and down. Now of course you can't see it very well because of the screen recorder, sorry about that, but you can see that I can pretty well keep going down it and up it and stay right on top of it. Now there are some glitches sometimes. I could debug it a little bit more, and also another thing that I added in here are just these clouds, because everybody is getting annoyed on sky options, because you can just make it plain blue, or some people have done where you make a huge ellipsoid around it, but that doesn't look very good. So in my opinion, this is the best way to make a sky, is to not use just a texture, but make each part of the sky. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to do this. Alrighty. So now for each level of block, I have to create a block, right? And so then all I have to basically do is draw a block using my D3D which you're gonna need in my 12th 3D tutorial. Now all this is doing is drawing the blocks. Now they don't have to be solid. Okay, so in jumping, you know how to jump, right? And if you don't, well, the script is in here. So all of this is jumping, right here. That's jumping. But then this stuff right here is landing on the blocks. Okay, so what you need is when you collision with the block, you need to get your Z, because that's what it's going to be. So if the Z is smaller than 15, so yeah, so you're just going to have to do this for each one. So basically you're getting the Z, except for when jumping, you're actually just changing your Z, so it won't be the exact same Z each time. So you have to get a larger and smaller than, and then make a pretty big gap in between, big enough so that it'll pass through pretty nicely. So if Z is larger than 37 and smaller than 45, then it'll set the Z and set the jumping to 0, the Z speed, and set the Z to 40. That way you'll be landing on the block. Now if you're, of course, at the right kind of Z, then you will if you're like smaller than that Z, then you'll just jump back, collision with it normally. So, and then you do that with each block. Now sometimes it gets kind of complicated and you need to do some trial and error, which kind of gets annoying, but yeah. Now for the ramps, that's pretty hard. It's quite easy what I'm doing, to make it go up and down like that, quite easily. I'm actually just drawing a floor. So quite easy stuff. Now, to get the height, let me see here. So right now I'm just getting okay, so this is the code that I used right here to collision with the ramp. A lot of variables. So if I'm not on any of these blocks, then HV equals ramp1 dot ZL divided by 100. So yeah, this sign here means divided by, and then this sign here means times. So yeah, I use that quite a bit. So just getting around the variables a lot. So basically, you can change the Z high and the Z low to anything you want, and it'll still work perfectly. That's what this is meant to do. Now if you didn't want to do that, it's probably a little bit simpler. But what it's basically doing is it has to get its X plus its sprite width, width, which is 100, minus my x. That's how it gets what position it is on there. So then it gets that number, and then that has to be times by how high I need to go to get between them. So yeah, you can kind of get it. Now, yeah, if you're gonna just want to figure that out, or just plain use that. And same with this one, except for the it has to be x minus do not x. Now, yep, that's about it. That's how to do all that. Now for the cloud, it's quite easy. All I have to do now, I has to be moving towards, just have to be basically facing my camera view. That way it looks like it's round. Okay, so what it's doing is it's drawing blend mode. Now what the actual sprite is for the cloud is right here. So that's the actual cloud. Now it's cutting out all the black, making it transparent, you know. That's what makes it look like the cloud. And yeah, and then the player is creating it at random placement. Alrighty, so now I will show it to you once more again. And once again, you're probably going to want to download this so that you can play it at a normal speed, because my screen recorder is very slow when it comes to 3D games. I think it might be some copyright issues with videoing, you know, videos. Might be copyright. So yeah, once again, you can see this really cool feature with clouds and stuff. Oh yeah, I also have a man model here, just as my new test trial guy. Alrighty. So he works pretty nicely on this stuff. He can even jump off the ramp, which took me actually a little while to do. Don't ask me why. It's kind of complicated when you're trying to add a lot of things. So yeah, as you can see here, this is basically the basics for a game. If you wanted to create a game where you have to jump on these blocks, and then if you jump off, as I will demonstrate here, you jump back to start position. So yeah, you can kind of get the idea of how that could be a game. And then ramps here, which you can change size and everything. So yeah, that's all I have for this 16th 3D tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.